From Drew Barrymore wondering what's beneath the Outlander star's kilt, to Katrina Balfe calling him a dirty, dirty boy on Twitter, here are all the female celebrities who have thirsted over Sam Heughan. Now, Heughan was invited to the Drew Barrymore show, and Drew gave him the warmest welcome. But she just couldn't resist asking him about his kilt. The woman was smitten right from the start, because as she greeted Heughan, who had just entered the set, she was drooling. I mean, she literally had to wipe it off her mouth, which must have been embarrassing. But then she joked about how she can't keep her cool around him, explaining her excitement about finally having him on her show. The conversation then led them to kilts, and the question that has definitely been on everyone's mind. If you've kept up with Outlander, you'd know that Heughan mostly wears kilts, which are traditional Scottish skirts for men. But wait, this is where it gets interesting. The right way to wear a kilt is without any underwear, and Drew wondered out loud if Sam wore it like that. Let's face it, it wasn't easy for the host to ask him about it, and she was practically blushing. Barrymore couldn't even put it into words, and when Sam Heughan asked her to clarify what she meant, she had to move her arms, awkwardly dangling them like a pendulum, just so he could get the hint. It was a hilarious sight, but then Heughan confirmed that he does wear them in the traditional style, and Barrymore's imagination was running wild. She screeched with excitement, but trust me, this revelation wasn't even half as exciting as the bagel ordeal. Barrymore started the segment with NYC bagels, as they tried to find the best one. But then, right as the two were enjoying a giant bagel, Heughan turned to her and asked her if he could feed her one. Barrymore didn't waste a second and instantly dropped her own bagel to accept his very unexpected offer. Sure, the bagel was too big to feed Drew, and things became a little awkward, but she had her moment, and she savored every bit of it. Trust me, TV show hosts have a thing for Heughan. I mean, just look at his interview with Kelly Clarkson. He went there to talk about Outlander, vacations, and his upcoming film. And let me tell you, the sparks were flying. At first, Kelly and the actor discussed their love for Scotland and the joy of driving on a roundabout. The two were really bonding with each other. But things took an exciting turn when Kelly revealed that her mom introduced her to Outlander years ago, and it was love at first sight. While they were talking about Heughan's hit show, she couldn't miss the opportunity. So she delved into the topic of intimacy coaching on the show, highlighting how Outlander hires professionals to help the cast navigate their steamy scenes. Sam was a bit shy, but he talked about those intense moments throughout the years. And you won't believe it, but Kelly was straight up flirting with him. The chemistry between him and Kelly was undeniable. And Sam talked about how those steamy scenes can be very awkward, not just for the actors, but also for the crew, who simply stand there and watch them get it on for hours. To that, Kelly replied by saying that she can compartmentalize well, and that it would be fine if she was a part of the crew. Do you see the flirting? She wasn't even trying to be subtle about it. And fans noticed too. They jumped on the Kelly-Sam bandwagon, swooning over their chemistry, and wondering how Kelly kept her cool in front of Heughan. Trust me, there isn't a single woman out there who's missed an opportunity to flirt with Heughan. But one host found the most unique way to thirst over him, and it was none other than Lorraine Kelly, who teased Heughan about wearing a kilt in zero gravity. Right from the start, Lorraine and the Men in Kilt star had some crazy chemistry between them. But the flirting truly started when Lorraine mentioned how both of them love Tim Peake, because they like all things related to space. She went on to suggest how both of them should go up in space together. But Sam couldn't help teasing her. He innocently suggested that he has no idea what happens to a kilt when you go up in zero gravity, and he asked her to enlighten him. Lorraine burst into laughter, asking him to imagine his kilt, because it would go all the way up, exposing him to the world. She even mentioned how it would get loads of hits online, fully enjoying the playful banter between the two. But Sam sensed that the flirting would never stop, so he changed the subject, asking her about her expectations with zero gravity. But fans were already swooning over the situation. Some fans were just entertained by Lorraine shamelessly hitting on Sam, while others knew exactly what she meant when she suggested zero gravity in a kilt. But trust me, there's a reason fans enjoyed this interview this much. Twitter is full of thirst tweets for the guy. And boy, that stuff's as graphic as it gets. As all Outlander fans know, the show takes its sweet time before a new season is out for the world to see. Waiting for a new season is tough, so with every new season's release comes a large number of tweets from fans declaring that they can't wait to watch Heughan on their screens once again. When Season 5's release date was disclosed, a fan took to Twitter, noting how she's just one night away from getting her dose of Jamie Fraser, the beloved Outlander character played by Heughan. But that's not all. Fans were straight up fantasizing about the man, with one of them announcing that Jamie can get it on with her whenever he wants. Another fan shared her plans for the Season 5 premiere night, which included wine, Outlander, and dirty thoughts about Jamie Fraser. But it doesn't stop there, because one fan even dreamt about traveling through time just to have some passionate time with Jamie Fraser and Peter Baelish. I mean, you can't blame her. All fans want to live in this magical dream, especially after they see him in his kilt. Yep, his kilt has been the most appealing part of his character, as one fan declared him the king of all men in kilts, and another was ready to faint from the pure bliss of seeing him back in character. Sure, fans can get very dramatic about their love for the star, but wait till I tell you that even his co-stars have thirsted over him. And the most unexpected one has got to be Annette Badland. The 71-year-old actress played Mrs. Fitz in the first season of Outlander, and she was the head housekeeper of Castle Leoch. Sure, she didn't return after the first season, but the impact Heughan left on her was still there. 5 seasons later, she was interviewed about her experience with Heughan, and she revealed that she and Sam were 2 of the first people to be cast in the show. Whenever he walked into the room, it would invoke a reaction in her. She didn't shy away from admitting that he's a very handsome man. Sometimes she would want to lean on the desk just to provoke him into liking her. And while she was joking for the most part, it was clear that she was obsessed with him. She said that he blew her away because he was very honest and kept her in the loop, despite their massive age gap. Plus, he had great manners, which simply took the cake for her. In her experience, it's rare for handsome men to not be arrogant, and Sam was an unusual kind of human, since he was just too humble to be true. Yep, she was seduced by his sweetness. And while she had praises to sing for her other co-stars as well, Heughan was the clear winner. But there's another co-star who's thirsted over him, and it's none other than his TV wife, Katrina Balfe. Let's face it, Jamie and Claire Fraser's on-screen chemistry needs no explanation. The two are simply perfect for each other, but there's a reason behind it. Heughan and Balfe have an amazing relationship behind the scenes, and the actress playing Claire is definitely wooed by her co-star, as they've been flirting over Twitter for ages. Balfe posted a picture of herself calling her hands weird, and while Sam jokingly agreed, he told her that she was still a beauty. Years later, Katrina posted a picture of herself with Sam in which he was covered in blood and muck, and in the caption, she wrote, "Dirty, dirty boy." I mean, she didn't even try hiding the innuendo. But let's face it, both of them are happily committed to other people. Balfe got engaged to Tony McGill in 2019, while Heughan is rumored to be dating model Monica Clark. But it hasn't stopped the age-long speculation. In fact, many fans still believe that the two are secretly in love with each other. So, there you have it. From Katrina Balfe teasing the Outlander star on Twitter, to Drew Barrymore hitting on him by questioning his kilt-wearing technique, these were the female celebrities who have thirsted over Sam Heughan.